Namaste, Jai Hind. This is Preity Upala, and you are watching the Preity Experience. We have a very, very special guest with us this week. This is a very inspiring young man who is currently a world champion, a international grandmaster, and absolutely at the top of his sport. It's our privilege and honor to have a conversation with this incredible sports person. So I will bring him in, and then I'll introduce him, and then we'll have an amazing conversation with him. So my guest for you this week is the amazing Abhimanyu Mishra. Abhimanyu Mishra is an American chess prodigy of Indian origin who currently lives in New Jersey, United States of America. On June the 30th, 2021, he became the youngest person ever to qualify as a grandmaster in the sport of chess, qualifying for the title at the young age of 12 years, 4 months, and 25 days, beating Sergei Yarkinin's record, which had stood since 2002. So it's our great privilege to have this amazing conversation with Abhimanyu. So let's bring him in.
Hello, Preity. Thank you for having me here. It's an honor to be on the show.
Namaste, Abhimanyu. How are you? And how is New Jersey? Are they treating you like a rock star yet?
Yes, I've been to my friends' places, and there were even people who wanted to get an autograph from me there. It's been amazing. Everyone has been congratulating me.
Wonderful and rightfully deserved. I think to win a grandmaster title at any age is quite an achievement. I know how competitive this sport can be, but being a youngest in the world in history is another feat altogether. One that might take a long time to be contested with, if at all. So thank you for your honorable time. I have some very interesting questions for you about your career and the championship and what got you into the sport. And then at the very end, we actually have a lot of fan questions for you that you might enjoy, and that's going to be just fun. So let's go for it. All right, so the first question. You recently broke an 18-year-old record to become the youngest chess grandmaster in the world. How do you feel, and do you feel like you're on the top of the world right now?
Yes, I feel like I'm on top of the world. Finally, everything that I've been working for, it feels amazing to finally achieve it. Like in the last few tournaments also, I was missing it very marginally, so finally getting it was amazing.
I can only imagine the excitement of finally getting through the line, right? And when you get anointed, I guess, the title of youngest grandmaster in the world. Now, the very important question that I guess everyone wants to know is, how did you get into the sport of chess? Was it a passion of yours, or did your parents see a spark in your game and they knew that this is something they could nurture and they sort of developed it for you?
Sure. So my dad, he taught me the rules of this royal game when I was 2.5, and it took me around 2 years to get used to the rules. And by the age of 5, I was already playing in local tournaments, and I was attending some group classes, and from there my passion started, and we never looked back.
Wonderful. So it's a combination of your own interest and your parents, I guess, realizing that there's something special here worth fighting for and pushing.
Yes, definitely.
So it's obviously we are here in the middle of COVID. It is very different to compete in games while COVID is going on. How different was it during? How different was it to compete in a game of chess during COVID as opposed to when COVID wasn't around? I imagine that both players are masked up, and normally you have to breathe deeply, you have to be calm, you have to be focused to concentrate on your game. I guess the obstruction to your breath. How difficult was that for you?
Yes, it's difficult, but I mean, I've learned some breathing exercises to help me focus during the game, so it's affecting me, but not so much. So yeah, but apart from that, like generally wearing a mask is like I can't say it's impossible, but it's kind of a annoyance a little bit.
Wonderful, but you got through the line, and hopefully you won't be wearing masks for
Definitely,
tournaments much longer.
definitely.
So in sport, usually it's very competitive, and it's not often that I guess competitors make friends with each other, or you find friends within the sport. Do you have any friends in the chess world, or is that very uncommon?
Yes, I have friends in the chess world. To whatever countries I've been to play chess tournaments, I have friends from there too. So generally, after a very long and exciting game of like say 4, 5, 6 hours, it's a common practice for both the players to sit down and explain their thoughts to each other, and yeah, after that they become very good friends. Definitely.
Wonderful, wonderful. And you seem like someone who's emotionally mature and wise beyond your years. So I imagine some of your friends are much older than you, or are they all very, very young like yourself?
Definitely, chess is a game that's it's a beautiful sport. It's not exactly a sport yet, but I wish for it to be. It's a game that's for all ages. Whether there's an 8-year-old, there's an 80-year-old, them explaining their thought process during the game, it connects everyone.
You know, it's amazing to see, I guess in your case, a 12-year-old beating a 50-year-old. I think it's fascinating that can happen in such a game, because there are very few other games where that could happen. So I think that's very impressive. And yes, it does bring people of all ages together. Now, your sister, Ridhima Mishra, also plays chess professionally. Do you guys play each other a lot?
Not a lot, but we played each other a few times. But yeah, she's trying, but she's not exactly up to the level yet.
Does she beat you? Does she manage to beat you a few times, or not
yet? I mean, she started learning some time back, and yeah, she's becoming a better and better player day by day, but still not really up to the level.
But is she 7, or she's very young, right?
Yes, she's 8.
Oh my God. And your father is a very good chess player. Does he still beat you today, or do you beat him all the time?
Nowadays I beat him all the time, but yeah, when I started there were some games he used to beat me most of the times, and the more I kept improving, of course, the results kept going in my favor.
Wonderful. So, of course, the great Grandmaster Magnus Carlson of Norway once stated that India is arguably one of the countries with the largest number of chess players today, and he was very impressed by that. What is your view of the state of chess in India today? Are you impressed? Is it growing like wildfire?
Yes, definitely. Chess is booming in India, and it's definitely a very, very good thing, as this game is amazing, and I believe it should be taught to everyone. And yeah, even in my tournaments when I went to Europe to play to get my final norms and stuff, in those tournaments there were a lot of Indians, and they were very tough to beat, of course, for me.
Wonderful. Is it different playing in India to playing in the rest of the world? Like, what would be the one main difference?
I haven't exactly played any real tournaments in India yet, but from America to the rest of the world, I could say that, like, for example, Europe is much more relaxed, as here in America, generally there's 2 games a day, 2 very, very long games a day, and in Europe, generally things are more relaxed, and it's 1 game a day, so yeah, I prefer Europe.
Have you competed in Russia? I'm curious.
Yes. When I went to play my World Cup, it was in Sochi.
would you say that playing in Russia is more competitive than playing in the US? Because it seems like Russia is also another country with the large amount of chess players, young ones too.
Yes, I've only played one tournament, so I don't know the full everything about them. But yeah, it seems that all these previous records they were all mostly held by Russians, and yeah, it seems like a great country to play chess in.
Wonderful. So now that you have achieved the grandmaster status, what is your next goal? Like in the hierarchy of accolades in the chess world, are you going to be a grandmaster, or what's the title for the one who's, I guess, on top of you?
Yes, it's not exactly official title yet, but my next goal is like Super Grandmaster, which is around 2700, which is around say top 25, top 30 in the world.
Are there many super grandmasters in the world today, or is it like 10?
Yeah, it's like 25, 30. I mean, it's above that. There's not that many.
That's very few. Okay, I best of luck for that. I'm sure
Thank
you
you.
will. You're too young, so you have, I guess, time for that. Your chess idol. Who did you admire the most growing up?
I admire Magnus Carlson. The way he's been dominating after he became world champion is simply amazing. He's also very consistent. Also, when I was growing up, he has his own app, Play Magnus, and I've definitely played a lot of games when I was growing up. I started trying to when I was 5, I started trying to beat Magnus 5, and things kept on going up. When I was 7, I was around to beat I beat around Magnus 8, and yeah, I played a lot of games and learned a lot from the app.
Have you competed with him professionally?
Not yet, but I wish to.
How wonderful. And I know there's so many interesting characters in the chess world. Other than Magnus Carlsen, any other names that you admire?
Yes, Vishwanath Anand. I've also learned a lot from his games, and yeah, the way he was also playing was simply amazing for me to see. It was a dream come true to receive a message of congratulations from him. I can't even explain how happy I was that day.
That's so sweet. It brings me actually to my next question, which is Vishwanath Anand is undoubtedly one of the greatest legends of this game, and I think he inspired probably a country of 1 billion to really pick up the sport, and it's a beautiful thing for India, and he put the Indian mark, I think, on chess, and now you're taking it forward. What impact did he have on your life and your career?
Yes, definitely. I've learned a lot from his games, as I said, and yeah, receiving that message and congratulations was I can't even explain. I was very, very, very happy that night. I don't even think I was able to sleep. And
he's also a very humble person and a very sweet
definitely.
person. Have you competed with him at all like professionally in a tournament?
Not yet. I wish to meet him one day.
Oh, that would be amazing. But you've played socially with him, I'm sure.
I've never actually played a game against him yet.
Wonderful.
I wish to, of course.
Your most challenging tournament, and was there a specific game that was the most challenging ever?
Yeah, my final tournament was very, very difficult for me as I had a very good start. Then towards the end, I lost the game, and then things were really tight, and I had to win both of my games with black, and I had to win the last 2 rounds, and things were getting very tight. And yeah, I could say my last game was a very, very difficult game for me as I was playing a very strong grandmaster from India, Leon Luke Mendonca, and it was a very equal game throughout. But yeah, towards the end, he crumbled under the last few seconds.
Wow, how interesting. And which other sports do you like other than chess?
I like watching cricket. My parents, they're from India, so there was always some talk in the house going around cricket.
Oh my God, I was gonna say you don't possibly watch cricket, do you? I do a lot of sports analysis, including for cricket actually, and with the IPL and all of that. So it's definitely it was a part of my life growing up, but it's very much a part of my life now. And I mean, I'm assuming you support India in the game of cricket.
Definitely.
Is there a favorite player that you like, and was there a player that your parents adored growing up?
I loved Sachin.
Okay.
Definitely. I remember when I was around 7 or 8, we went into a theater and we watched Such in a Billion Dreams, and it was
Wow.
simply amazing to see his work dedication, and it was very inspiring for me.
No, he inspired a billion people, and he's such a great ambassador to the game of cricket. And would you like chess to be included in the Olympics as an actual Olympic sport?
Definitely, I don't see how it's not exactly physical, as sitting down for 6 hours and every move, it's a very you have to think a lot for every move, as one if you make one inaccuracy, you could change the flow of the whole game. And yeah, it's a very tiring sport for sure.
It's a proper sport. It's funny, cricket, even though it's the second biggest sport in the world, is not officially in the Olympics. And I think they're trying to get it. So maybe the chess fraternity will also make their pitch. If you can have table tennis and some other games, I don't see why chess should not be included. Absolutely. All right. So now we come to the fun part, which is the fan questions. So just be yourself and just just say the first thing that comes to your mind.
Sure.
All right, here we go. Your favorite non-chess player in the world?
My favorite non-chess player is Milka Singh, the great runner. He's inspired everyone, not just chess players, but people all around the world. His story, how he set goals and he accomplished them, it was very. I remember when I watched this movie when I was around 5, and I watched it like I think 25, 30 times by now, and it was very, very, very inspiring for me.
I must say, I didn't expect that. I thought you would say Michael Jordan or Roger Federer or Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo. I didn't expect Milka Singh, but kudos to you for even knowing who he is. Your favorite chess player in the world?
Magnus Carlson. The way I like his playing style and how he's been dominating after he became world champion.
Wonderful. Your favorite chess tournament in the world?
I don't exactly have a favorite chess tournament, but yeah, I've been all over the place. I've been to Costa Rica, Greece, Brazil. But yeah, I like tournaments hosted in the St. Louis Chess Club. I like that club a lot. It's very well organized and everything.
A lot of very exotic places. Your favorite book on chess that you would recommend to someone?
Dubetsky's Endgame Manual. The reason I would recommend this book is there are 3 parts in chess: the opening, the middle game, and the end game. And I think that this book, it covers the last part in very good detail.
Wow, how interesting. Favorite movie on chess that you enjoy?
My favorite movie is Searching for Bobby Fischer, and I watched this movie when I was around 5, and it gave me like a better view on how these tournaments are, and yeah, it encouraged me to play more of them.
I watched that on a plane once. It's a beautiful movie, and even for non-chess players, it's pretty inspiring. Best country in the world to play chess in?
Best country, I could say, India is one of the best countries. You get a lot of support also, and yeah, definitely.
Do you like Indian food?
Yes, definitely. My favorite dish is poha.
Oh my God, okay, how interesting. Do you watch video games? And if so, which is your favorite video game?
Yeah, I love playing video games. My favorite video game is called Brawl Stars.
Okay. Are you any good?
Yeah, I've played it for a lot of time now, so I think so.
Wonderful.
Still nowhere near the top because I don't spend enough time on it, of course.
But you play the chess games too, I'm sure, right? There's so many chess games out there, video as well as apps.
Yeah, definitely. There are some apps on chess, but yeah, I play online where most people are.
Wonderful. And if you could be a world champion in any other sport other than chess, which one would it be?
I guess boxing has it, like compared to chess, the knockout blows. You could kind of say that it's similar to chess.
Interesting. The intensity of you could go out anytime, I guess. That near death, whatever they call it by different names, but it's like very exhilarating, I guess. And how can people get in touch with you? Where are you active? Are you active on social media, or you have your own website, your own blog, your own channel?
Yeah, I have my own Twitter account, but apart from that, I mean, the other ones, streaming account and everything are still in making.
Okay, wonderful. Well, thank you, Abhimanyu. It was a pleasure to have you on the Preety
Thank you.
Experience. We wish you all the very best. We want to see you become the super a grandmaster very soon. Thank you again for being a great ambassador. You're representing America, but you're also representing India, and I think everyone in India is very, very proud of you. So you have a army of billion behind you. Thank you so much. We'll have you back on again after you win your next title. Pleasure again. Thank you. And we hope to speak to you again. Guys, please like, share, subscribe, and tune in. Please consider becoming a member of the Preety Experience, and we hope to hear from you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for
Dhanyawad.
having me here.
Thank you. Thank you.